In this life, we all tend to overload on automation. 1, 2, 3.
How's it, everybody out there? How's it, brothers and sisters? Coming to you loud from Maui. This is Ed and Quinn. Aloha! Whoa, what's up? Hey, you know what? I gotta apologize for a bunch of things. I was listening to the old episodes, and you know, I figure I'm gonna start off episode 10, which is what we're on right now, episode 10, with apologizing for old episodes that I messed up on. And but not really messed up on, just, you know, I just say wrong words. My vocabulary sucks. I'm a local boy, so, you know, I might have got things wrong. So I just wanted to just, you know, give you guys some valuable information that I've looked up so I can correct myself. Valuable information that you're going to need in your life, especially if you're on Maui. For example, episode 7. I was talking about Haleakala Highway and the truck crossings. And I'm going to correct myself on this one because my police friend told me that actually I was wrong. It is not 55 miles an hour going through the truck crossing, which I mentioned it was 55. You have to stop after going 55 miles an hour. But actually, you're supposed to slow down to 45. So it's actually a 45 mile an hour zone within the truck crossings. But as soon as you pass it, it's 55 again. And so it's not, again, 55 to 60 miles an hour going through those truck crossings. I know, minor stuff, but my police friend, you know, he just, hey, you know, brother, it's actually not 55, bro, going through there. It's actually 45. And that's how he actually sounded. So, hey, I love you, man. It's all good. Another thing, too, is another correction. It's not really a correction, but it's actually, I just wanted to bring up from episode 8, when I was talking about my Uncle Lawrence having his wooden leg, his one fake leg, and he couldn't, you know, walk too good. He kind of hobbled around. That is true. However, I just wanted to say to everyone out there that my Uncle Lawrence was a musician, big time. And he would have parties. We would have parties. I'm Puerto Rican, so he'd play Borinqui music by himself with a fake leg now, okay? He had a guitar, a harmonica that was held by a band that went around his neck, and like a tambourine on his good leg. He would play these instruments and just get the kachi music going, and everybody would start dancing in the garage, all my aunties, all my uncles, and I remember sitting there marveling at this man who had one fake leg, but playing the guitar and has a tambourine strapped to his good leg and a harmonica that was strapped around his neck, and he's playing all 3 instruments at the same time like a one-man band, kind of like how Dick Van Dyke did in Mary Poppins. If you guys ever saw Mary Poppins in the beginning. Yeah, that was my Uncle Lawrence with a fake leg. So for all those out there who thinks that he was just a hobbling old vet, no. I was misinforming you on that. He is actually a great musician. Come on. And he had one fake leg. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm talking to myself here, guys, but Quinn and I are in the car, and we're driving from Waimanalo. We're driving from Waimanalo to Pearl Ridge, and this is hectic for us because we're actually loud from Oahu right now, and we're kind of nervous because there's a lot of cars, and we just had to squeeze into the lane, and I had to cut another car off because, hey, I'm trying to do my podcast here, and we're trying to navigate ourselves from Waimanalo to Pearl Ridge. Now, for all you Oahu people out there, you're laughing and giggling, saying, what? That's nothing. Well, it's nothing for you, but it's something for us.
Oh, we're in the
Hey, say aloha, Quinn.
How's it going, guys?
How's it, man? We've been here for what?
Pretty exhilarating right now.
Yeah, it is. I almost missed the turnoff because I'm talking on the podcast with you.
We might get into an accident.
No.
We'll pause
good.
it.
We're
and
good.
We'll continue later.
Yeah, so episode 10, right now, guys, we're actually loud from Oahu. So to all you Oahu people out there, we love you. Yeah, we had to come over here. My daughter, she's going to college here. So we escorted her to the university, set her up, get her going for first day of school tomorrow, Monday morning. Oh man, it's a hectic time for us here, but I know everything's gonna be all good. It's gonna be all good. But Oahu's beautiful. It was a hot, 96, 94 yesterday? And today is a lot cooler. Apparently there was supposed to be a hurricane coming, but I guess it's bouncing back down south. Thank you, Jesus. Let me tell you, I don't mind the rain, but the wind, oh, that is the danger. That is the danger. And, well, I'm glad that it's not coming, but we're still going to get some rain. And it's been raining here, huh? In Waimanalo.
Yeah, it's actually nice. You come in, there was like thunder or
Lightning
and thunder last night, huh?
Yeah. Waimanalo last night had lightning, and we're just sitting there on the deck, having a barbecue, and just loving it. We're right next to the beach. But we noticed that Waimanalo is real country, yeah? Real country compared to like, where else? Wahiwa.
It's everywhere.
Waianae is pretty.
Hawaii Kai, all over there. It's just all city and everything already, right?
Yeah.
Right around the corner.
Hawaii Kai. Yeah, we were talking about how because there's a lot of homeless here. Remember, guys, I was talking about the homeless people, and there is a lot of homeless here in Waimanalo. Waimanalo, sitting right there on the beach, tents, just like a tent village.
Crazy.
But the funny thing is, if you drive maybe 10 miles to your right or 10 miles to your left, you're going into two rich-looking areas. On your right side, you got Kailua, if you're facing Mauka. And on your left side, you got, what, Hawaii Kai?
Yeah, right past Sandy's.
Right past Sandy's, past Sea Life Park, where they got those poor dolphins all in prison.
Is that a Sea Life Park?
Yeah, that's Sea Life
It's
Park.
a real one?
I believe so. I think that is Sea Life Park.
Because I know I was passing by and it was like, I didn't know that we had a Sea Life Park out here. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they have a Sea Life Park out here. I went there several times when I was a kid, and it was actually fun.
These poor dolphins.
Oh boy, but I heard that like the zoo, yep, all the animals there, a lot of them is injured animals or animals that needed help. And so, I mean, from what I heard, from what I hear, that those are animals that a lot of them in the wild wouldn't even survive. So,
Really?
yeah.
That's better to hear.
Well, and they have some places, like they have animals that was in the entertainment business. You cannot set them back in the wild. So zoos take them, other places take them, places they take care of them until they get old.
Yeah, because I mean, that's like, I was kind of thinking, like, yeah, they sedate these animals, they fucking give them whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, exactly too, like, where are these animals coming from? That's actually better. But who's to say, just let them go in the wild?
Yeah, you live and die. But yeah, that's it though. Would you rather live in captivity or die in the wild? And hey, if the wild is what you know, I'm sure that's where you'd want to die. For like me, Maui is what I know. So when I die, I want to die in Maui. Huh? Would you like to die in Russia? In Japan? Huh, Quinn? No, right? I would hope I die in Maui. But enough about death. Look how beautiful this place is.
Let's talk about he's going to college. That's why, and they had these renovations you were talking about.
About
and now
you
they
mean?
have to go.
Oh yeah, it's just a dorm situation. And from what I heard, they're renovating the dorms, and they got it all squished into one other area. They got co-ed showers. they got to share showers and bathrooms, and it's just a hard situation. So I'm just glad that my daughter's not staying out there. She's gonna be staying with my dad in Waimanalo, and it's a drive. It's a commute, but it's a lot safer. But until she gets the hang of it, and then she's gonna be able to figure stuff out on her own.
I just don't understand how they can have co-ed showers.
But they just, they don't have a boy or girl. Everyone just goes into one shower. I'm sure you can lock the door though. You can lock the door so no one else can go in. But they all got to share that same one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they better have like the rent. The rent hopefully is lower.
Yeah, I don't know.
Price. You're paying the same price, and you gotta fucking go through all of this.
Yeah.
That's pretty late.
Hey, parking in Honolulu alone is expensive. So I can imagine dorming or just renting a place. Period. But hey, Waimanalo, like I said, Waimanalo is beautiful. We got the scenery here. Everything's starting to rain, and now it's starting to clear. So we're doing all good, guys. We're just taking you guys with us from Waimanalo to Pearl Ridge. That's our goal here, people. Pearl Ridge. And right now,
hey, we're surviving.
We're surviving, man. My sphincter is tight. Let me put it to you that way. My sphincter is tight. Because I'm driving here and I'm nervous. I don't know. I honestly don't know where I'm at. So, if you hear it pause from time to time. Yep. It is scary. We just got off of Fort Shafter, and we went right into the main vein, H1 West, currently headed to Pearl City, or maybe Pearl Ridge. Hopefully we're in the right area. I think I'm going in the right area. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty hectic out here in Oahu. This is the side of Hawaii that we're not used to. I know I'm not. Yeah, Quinn, are you used to this?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure not.
It's funny. All those from Lahaina and on Maui, you know what I'm talking about. When they opened up that new bypass over Lahaina, I was tripping on that because I was like, wow, it's starting to change. It's starting to look like Honolulu. Nothing like it. So that's just one road. This is a maze of roads. But we're doing good. We're flowing on the H1 West, headed towards Waianae. We just passed the airport. We're headed out towards Pearl City. And yeah. Hey, you know what? Another thing about my last podcast when I was talking about just a little quick tip for all you guys out there who don't know. Weird Al Yankovic actually became really big in the Dr. Demento shows. And that's actually where I first heard of Weird Al Yankovic. And, he makes some funny parodies of musics, and, he's a funny guy. So I remember when he came out with Eat It and Fat, which was from Michael Jackson's Beat It and Bad. And so, it's, Pearl Ridge, get in that right lane, exit 13A. Oh, well, I thought it was exit 10, but I could be wrong. Well, here we go, guys. I hope I'm not boring you guys here with our driving. My heart is actually pounding. My hands are sweaty. And I know my blood pressure is skyrocketing right now. But here we go. It says Pearl Ridge, exit 13A. We're doing it, man. I hope we're doing it right.
Doing it well.
It's a scary feeling when you don't know if you're getting off on the right exit or not. Or it's actually worse if you miss the exit you're supposed to get off on. To me, that's actually worse. Because then you pass the exit and you're like, you're supposed to go right. You're supposed to go right. And then you just keep driving. Oh, okay, well, let's just go wherever this road takes us. Hey, there's the stadium. I see the stadium. That's a good sign. That means I'm in the right area. And it's a beautiful Saturday here. But like I said, we're headed back to Maui pretty soon. And that's why we're headed towards Pearl Ridge. We got to buy some gifts and stuff. And then jump on that plane. You people know how that's like. You got to buy gifts and all that, right? Anyway, yeah. This is get. Wait, we got. Sorry, guys. We're just tripping here. We didn't know where we were, and I got scared. And I'm like, oh no, I think I took the wrong turn. But we didn't, we're good. In fact, right now we're currently driving under that piece of shit monorail that I was ranting about the last time because this second thing is taking all our money and budget mixed. Budget, and it's killing us. And the thing is, all islands is paying for this, guys.
Oh, look at this thing.
All the islands.
So giant.
Yeah, it is giant. It looks like it's sinking into the ground. I just don't know what to say. This is just amazing.
Now, just imagine there's gonna be a big ass train going over everybody right here.
Yep.
Wow, it's crazy to think about. Look how big it is right now. It's like, when you're driving under this, it's crazy.
Yep, it is.
Imagine a big train being up there. I wonder if it's
Yeah.
gonna be unable to see it. You know, is it gonna be smaller than the bridge? Guaranteed.
I
be
think
like fucking hovering over
yeah.
it, like tall.
I don't know. I think this is just a waste of money. Honestly, that's my opinion. And you know, for people out there who don't agree with me, you know, that's your right. You can agree or disagree, you know. But I just don't think it's worth it.
Do you think it's gonna clean up the bus system and like clean up, or is it gonna be like the bus system now, like there's gonna be all the homeless on the monorail and everything?
Oh, you know, with positives, you got negatives, and right now all I see is negatives. There's no positives from where I stand on this one.
Yeah, it'll be a trip to see
It's a
how
waste
it
of
plays
money.
out.
From what I heard, they're up to $9 billion. Everyone, $9 billion. I mean, you know how much schools you could put AC in?
How much teachers?
How much teachers deserve raises, could get their raises? So, I mean, it's just a lot. Anyway, I'm pulling into Pearl Ridge right now. And so we might have to pause again. I'm sorry, it's all crazy, but I promise it's gonna get better after we come back. So, hey, we're back. Yep, that was crazy, man. Craziness. You see what I'm saying? We made it though. We survived. It was, whew. We got to Pearl Ridge, guys. We got to buy our gifts. Then we made it to the airport, weaving to traffic, zigzagging. Made it to the airport, returned the rental car, met up with the wives, all good. And it was just pure craziness. The entire airport, guys. Oh, Japanese tourists was just coming and going. Everyone was weaving around each other. It was just a cluster of people breathing each other's air coming out of their mouth. What was that? Carbon dioxide. Yeah? There's several times people were sneezing around me. Oh, I could feel the germs crawling in my hair. They had a dog sniffing everybody. And I guess they were looking for, you know, things that could harm everyone. You know, explosives. Or even chemical warfare kind of stuff, you know? So they had that dog sniffing everybody. It was really interesting, really, really interesting. But we made it through. We survived. And now we are back loud from Maui. We're back on Maui, guys. Yep, just like that. In a blink of an eye, we took you guys from Waimanalo to Pearl Ridge. Well, we kind of had to pause it on Pearl Ridge because it was getting kind of crazy. And then we went to the airport, and now we are back home, and now we are talking to you. How you doing, Quinn? That was crazy.
Oh, man.
And then tell everybody what happened to your luggage from the airport when we got back.
Guys, Hawaiian. We only got to, wait about 2 hours. It only takes about 2 hours.
Yeah, it only took them 2 hours to get their luggage back, guys. We landed at 4 and didn't get home till 6. So, anyway, it was hectic. But we are back, and you know what? We didn't want to leave you guys off at episode 10 like that, so that's why we're back on Maui. And, Oahu is beautiful. I loved it. I love visiting my family, dropped my daughter off for the university, and it was all beautiful and all, but I am surely grateful to be back on Maui. Yeah, Quinn? You're grateful, right? Oh, man, that was awesome. Hey, I wanted to tell everybody that the opening theme that you hear on each episode from 1 to 10, and hopefully from 10 and on, is actually it's a song called Overload on Automation, and it was done by Kupaina. And they also did the song, it was the opening song for our movie Ho'okipa as well. So when you watch Ho'okipa, you'll hear in the beginning of the movie that same opening line. And he's saying, in this life, we all tend to get overloaded on automation, 1, 2, 3. And that was what we were today, man. We were overloaded. You have to go to the kiosk, put your card in here, put in your 5-digit number there, put in this, that. Go through security, and yeah. It is craziness, and that song just sums all of that up. That with a $5 cup of coffee. So we love you guys, Kupaina. Beautiful song. One of my favorite songs, and that's why I used it for our movie. And Kevin Chang, you guys are all awesome. Say, episode 10. And here we are talking about our trip and boring the crap out of you guys. We apologize. But I hope you had a little laugh at our frantic little drive on the H1 going to Pearl Ridge, because wow, what an experience.
We had fun with you guys.
Yeah, we had fun though. We had fun trying to talk and drive and pay attention to the road and be very dangerous. We're very dangerous, right? We were dangerous at the time. We were stupid tourists. I think we were stupid tourists, right, Quinn? It seemed like we were stupid tourists. I'm talking smack about stupid tourists, and here I am being a stupid tourist. You know what? I was a major stupid tourist. I even felt the stupid tourist come over me. I even said that out loud to my wife. I'm a stupid tourist, babe. And she looked at me and she agreed. She said, yeah, you are. I stopped in the middle of the road. I didn't know where to go. I was shocked because I was supposed to take an exit. And remember, guys, we were talking about taking the wrong exits, and just it's crazy. All the roads are one way. And I had to go in the left lane to turn left because the only lanes to turn left was in that lane, and I was stuck in the straight lane, and everyone was just blocking me out, and I had no choice. I had to go straight, but I just stopped for a minute, and I'm like, is anybody gonna let me in? I had my blinker on. No one let me in. And then so I just ended up having to go straight, but yeah, my palms are sweaty, and wow. I couldn't believe it though. I was like, I'm a stupid tourist. And you know what? I have to change it though. It's not really stupid. It's you're overwhelmed with shit. So I was an overwhelmed tourist. And so I'd like to apologize for saying stupid tourist. I'd like to change it to overwhelmed, just to make myself feel a little bit better. You know what I'm saying, Quinn? Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's it.
He's all smiling. He is smiling at me, but he's not saying nothing because he was on the passenger side, squeezing sphincter just as tight as I was. He was like, "No, watch out for the car." Oh, it was crazy, but we're all good. It's all good. And on with episode 10. Hey, how's that TJ fight, man? I know it's a little late, but for those of you who did not see the fight or even hear about it, which I know you should have, TJ Dillashaw is still the champ. He beat Cody first round. I believe he knocked him out. And yeah, he just had it. He just knew what to do. He knew how to get in, get out. He was loose. Cody just wanted to kill him, I think. Cody wanted to headhunt him and take him out. And he did kind of stun him, and he got him with a good, I believe it was a left hook to his eye. He bruised up his eye pretty good. But it wasn't enough, and TJ caught him with the counter, and end of story. So now TJ Dillashaw wants to challenge Cejudo, who beat also DJ, the Mighty Mouse, and I am heartbroken because to me he is pound for pound the best fighter in all of the UFC in the world. You know he is, and well he lost. And now Cejudo is, and hey, props up to you, Cejudo. You're good, man. But yeah, I give you the cojones for stepping up and challenging Mr. Dillashaw for his belt now. So hey, right on. Put a little spice in that, huh?
Yeah, that should be
Put a little spice in those divisions. So hey, right on. But they have other fighters in Dillashaw's division that is protesting that, saying, "Hey, come on, what's up with these super fight craps? We all want a shot at you, man. You know, we have Moraris, I believe his name is. He's knocking everybody out. So he's ready to go. He's ready to bang. So come on, TJ, defend that belt against someone in the contendership. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Nate walks out on promo when they put on Conor McGregor and Khabib. I thought that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Once again, he takes the limelight away from Conor. You know what I'm saying? Once again, he puts the cameras and everything on himself. And the funny thing is, Dana White was like mid-sentence of announcing how great of an epic fight this is going to be. And Conor McGregor, oh, my Conor McGregor, boo, 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 boo. And Nate gets up and just marches out. He just marches out, goes onto the street, and, you know, a lot of paparazzi followed him out there. And he's like, screw the UFC. I don't even think I'm going to fight now. And so when they went back to Dana and they asked Dana about it, Dana was like, hey, that's not my department no more. I got a person that deals with the Diaz brothers, and that's all he really does. So it's out of my hands. So he's just trying to pass the buck, as they say. But, you know, honestly, I think what would be bigger than even Khabib and Conor right now is Nate, is a trilogy, because he's the only one that beat him. He's the only one that beat him, made him tap like a biatch. And honestly, I said this before, I think that Conor lost that second bout with Nate. Nate even had him last round, mounted, even got to his back, and he was saved by the bell. But hey, that's how it goes, huh? Moving on. I know you guys are getting sick and tired of all this UFC crap, which I like that crap, but I'm going to change it up. How many of you went to the movies this past weekend? How many? Raise your hands. Oh, that many, huh? Wow. I wonder what movie you guys all saw. Well, I saw the one, the only, Tom Cruise. That new Mission Impossible. Oh, man. Action from beginning to end. At one point, you know, I was like crunching my toes. I was at the edge of my seat. And they filmed that movie so well that the chase scenes, everything. There's a scene where he talks to another agent under a row of trees, and the setting is so beautiful. I mean, the photography, the cinematography, everything about that movie is just amazing. Let me tell you what, Tom Cruise really knows how to pick his roles. And I mean, like Edge of Tomorrow, I know they changed the name to something else. It's that sci-fi movie where he goes back fighting the aliens. Quinn, you remember that one?
Yeah, Edge of something.
Yeah.
I think it is Edge of something.
I think it's Edge of Tomorrow, and then they changed the name because apparently the box offices wasn't. It was a box office flop, according to people, and it was mostly because of the name. And then so when they changed the name, because everyone was talking about it, they're like, "What? That movie is so good," and da da da. And I know because I was one of those people, and I guess they changed their name. So oh shoot, I don't even know what they changed their name to. Oh, okay, yeah. Quinn's gonna look it up right now. What did Edge of Tomorrow change the name to? Anyway, hey, Tom Cruise, he's on the top of the list. Other stars that are still going good and on top of the world and been around forever And I'm just gonna name a few, and I know you guys know some, so maybe on the comments you can mention some of the stars that you guys like that's been around forever and still doing good, such as Bruce Willis. Now, I know his latest Death Wish movie wasn't as good. I liked it, but it wasn't like Equalizer good. But yeah, the Death Wish movie, okay, that wasn't one of his best films. But come on, man! Throughout the years, he has put out good movies, and like Tom Cruise, he knows how to pick them, and that's why he's still around. That's why he's still around and doing just as good in his more mature age, his more advanced age, presidential, if you will. Ving Rhames, he was also in the new Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. He was also the guy in Pulp Fiction. Friction. See my vocabulary. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. We just got back from the airport. Pulp Fiction. And he was the guy, the black guy that was about to get raped, and Bruce Willis saved his ass. Yeah? You remember that one, Quinn? You ever saw that one? Pulp Fiction? Huh? You ever saw it? No?
No, I think I have. I don't remember though.
Yeah, there's a part where they're getting raped by some security guards in a store, and Vin Rhames is bent over with his hands tied behind his back with a big old red ball in his mouth, and the security guard's ready to go to town, and Bruce Willis saves his life with a samurai sword, I think it's a samurai sword. But then Ving Rhames, when Bruce Willis saves him, he does the best line ever, and I always quote this line all the time. He's like, "I'm gonna get my boys. I'm gonna get some chainsaws, some chains. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get medieval on your ass."
I've seen that. No, hey. Because he gets to escape, afterwards.
No, well, but he had to, because Bruce Willis saved him. He was about to get rammed. And Bruce Willis saved him, and he shoots the guy.
That's Pulp Fiction.
That's Pulp Fiction, yeah. And he even lets Bruce Willis, he's like, "Hey, you can go, man.
Yeah,
you can go.
Don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody about this shit, man." But I'm going to get medieval on your ass. Oh, hell. Yeah, Vin Rhames, Sylvester Stallone.
So they changed it to Live, Die, Repeat.
Oh, there you go. Edge of Tomorrow, the name was changed to Live, Die, Repeat. I don't know. Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow. It's a good movie. But hey, right on, Quinn. Thank you for that. But hey, let me go on. Sylvester Stallone. He's doing good. He still is. Okay. His last movie, though, Escape 2. Lame. I've got to say. It was...
I've never seen it.
It was lame. It was so lame. I just... it's not... I don't even... I like Escape 1. Escape 1 was good. It was about Sylvester Stallone. He's like an escape artist. And so he can escape from any prison. And his job is to go into prisons and show that if it's security proof or not. And that's just basically what he does. And he just tries to escape from prisons. And Escape 2 was just totally lackluster in my opinion. But he is coming out with Creed Part 2. And Creed, he fights Dolph Lundgren's son. The Russian. What was his name? Oh, shucks, I forgot his name. He fights the son.
What is it called?
Rocky
no, the movie.
4. Oh, Creed 2.
Creed 2.
Yeah, Creed 2.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, you seen that, right? That's the boy that was on Black Panther. He was the kid Jordan. I think that's his name. Anyway. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is still out there doing good. Granted, I know he doesn't like that Pirates movie too much. I'm sure he doesn't. Maybe just the drunk part of that character. But, you got to get all dressed up in all that cloth. And, it's just too much. And I'm sure he's over it. But yeah, Johnny Depp, he's doing okay. I mean, granted, he is looking a little ratty, but I guess that's what cocaine does. Anyway, Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep. I remember her from Silkwood. People, you guys remember Silkwood? That movie, when I was a kid, I saw on HBO. It was actually, it was pretty interesting. I guess she worked on a nuclear plant or something, and it was like some sort of conspiracy type movie, and it was pretty interesting back in the days. But then she moved up to Mamma Mia, aka whore.
Whore. Whore what?
AKA whore. Yeah, Mamma Mia is a movie about a woman who doesn't know who the father of her daughter is, and yeah, it's a good musical. They sing to ABBA. ABBA, dancing queen, she's the dancing queen, or whore. Anyway, they came out with Mamma Mia 2, and all the ladies love it. They love it, and hey, good for you, man. Right on. Right on. I'm sure it's a fun movie. I don't want to watch it. But I do like Meryl Streep. So there you go. Jodie Foster, she started off in Taxi Driver, and now she's in movies like, I think she's the Maze in the movie The Maze. The Maze Boy, that boy trying to escape from the maze, and then they have to fight zombies afterwards and all kinds of stuff. It's a pretty interesting movie, but I think she's like the main bad guy. Jamie Lee Curtis, she started off in Halloween, and now from what I heard, she's in the newest Halloween coming up. They're bringing it back, and she's coming back as herself from the original Halloweens. I guess she's the only one that survived, all 5 of them? So there you go, people. We have some entertainment facts for you, and whether I'm right or I'm wrong, sorry, if I was wrong. But hey, 9 billion, brah. 9 billion on that monorail, and I'm not lying. That sucker is actually, I was wrong. I got to correct myself. 9.5. Yeah. So, air conditionings for our kids, hot days, doesn't matter. They can't afford that. A new building for a school that is overloaded with kids, and there's not enough teachers to teach them because they're just getting reamed. Legislation. Oh, we only can give you so much money. We apologize. But yeah, for this monorail, yeah, let's puka 9 billion. Hey, let's go for 10. Why not? You son of a... I'm going to hold it back to episode 11. We got to wrap this up, guys. Episode 11, we're going to talk about some issues because I got issues. I'm ending this with an issue, and we're going to start the next one with issues. And until then, just go to our Twitter, Facebook, any social media with Loud From Maui. Like and subscribe. This is Ed and who? Ed and who? Who?
My name's Quinn, dude.
And Quinn. Shoots like that.